Good afternoon, D&D TikTok and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series.
Dude, we were really far behind. Holy hell, I didn't even realize.
Today's episode of Roll for Sandwich is sponsored by Melinda's. They make a ton of different varieties of hot sauce and prioritize flavor over spice. They just came out with some new flavors, including Japanese barbecue sauce, ghost pepper hot honey, regular chili pepper hot honey, jalapeno ranch.
I love me some hot honey, I'm not gonna lie to you.
They've stocked
hot
their
honey
sauce list with 19 different hot sauces today, so we'll see which one makes it on the sandwich. Let's get things started with our roll for bread. 2 freezer ends. Always happy to make a little bit more room in my freezer. We've got a couple slices of farmhouse sourdough toasted up and ready to go. Next up, let's roll for Maine. 12, butter the bread and re-roll. If you listen very closely, you can hear all of Europe crying out in joy. It's funny, I get so many comments asking why I don't butter my bread for sandwiches, and that's just something I didn't grow up with here in America. But today you get your butter.
That's one of the few things you got to give to the EU. They're right. You should butter your bread every time, dude. Honestly, why don't we? I feel like it's not common enough. We should do that more. That's one of the few things I'll 100% give them. They damn right on that one.
There you go. All right, re-rolling for Maine. Here we go. 4, chicken salad. Got some homemade chicken salad here, consisting of chicken breast, Kewpie mayo, green onions, baby dill pickles, and Penzeys sandwich sprinkle spice blend. I enjoy chicken salad as a way to use up leftover chicken, so I'm feeling pretty good about it.
I love chicken salad, but I don't like things other in my chicken salad other than chicken and mayo. Anything beyond that, I mean, you can have like some like if there's like a hot sauce, like a spice or like salt or something like that, like that's fine. But I don't like chunks in it. I'm not a chunk guy. I do not like chunks in my chicken salad. Like even if there's chunks of chicken, I don't like the chunks of chicken. I want it to be smooth.
Next up,
you can put stuff on top of it. You want to put bacon, you want to put celery on top, sure. But in the chicken salad, no.
Let's roll for cheese.
Smooth.
3, Munster. Munster is definitely a contender for most rolled cheese this season. Not that I mind. I love Munster. All right, let's roll some roughage. 5, baby bok choy, and 7, tomato. I like raw bok choy because you kind of get 2 vegetables for the price of 1. The stalk is akin to a celery, and the leaves more like a romaine or a spinach. I'm happy about the crunch from the stalk since we have kind of a squishy main. All right, for the tomato, I'm going to use the world's smallest katana. There we go. Tomato's a great addition here, but adding a little bit of acid. So far, this is shaping up pretty well.
He always does those with shells to get demonetized. Feels good, man.
All right, let's hit it with a little chaos. Nat 20. I get to pick. All right. I'm picking bacon.
Yeah.
With the tomato and the bok choy.
Listen, I've talked about this before. I think bacon's slightly overrated. I think people go way too crazy for bacon, but this is a sandwich for bacon. This is 1000% a sandwich for bacon.
All right, and last but not least, we've got our D20 hot sauce roll with hot sauces sorted from hottest to least hot. Hopefully the dice go easy on me. Here we go. All right, and it looks like we've got 5 ghost pepper buffalo ranch.
Oh boy.
All right, well, I like buffalo and I like ranch. Ghost pepper is a little bit outside of my normal spice intake. Well, that was a big squirt there.
That's a lot.
We will see how this goes.
That's gonna.
All right, let's get our sandwich closed up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's chop it in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. That doesn't look too bad. Well, even though we got hit with a pretty spicy sauce, we've got a decent amount of stuff to maybe counteract that. Let's see how it tastes. Yeah, this is a pretty tasty combination.
It looks good.
A good mix of creaminess and vinegariness. The bacon and tomato on there is really nice. The flavor of that buffalo ranch is really nice. The heat does come in, but it's not...
Really quick. Before people go, I mean, it's probably not that bad a heat. Is it just me? Or do I feel like we're being lied to about spices? Because like when I was growing up, ghost pepper was like the danger zone, right? Like don't go near this, right? And now there's ghost peppers that you can just get, like ghost pepper sauce, and it's like, oh, it's spicy, but it's okay. And I feel like it's not true ghost pepper. It can't be, right? It can't be.
Too bad. Definitely a little stronger than I normally go, but it's not taking away from my enjoyment of the sandwich. Definitely builds as you go, but had I not hit the ghost pepper, I think I still would have hit this with a different hot sauce. Helps cut all the mayo from the chicken salad.
Like people use, I'm trying to think what was like the premier spice sauce when I was younger. I'm trying to think.
Not a bad combination at all. Another episode in the books and another tasty sandwich to add to our RFS repertoire. I think it's pretty safe to give this one an 8.5 today, and I'm going to call it Marley's Chicken Bacon Ranch. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Come on back Friday for another episode of Roll for
Yeah, I was about to say, actually, it's probably like 8.59. No, it wasn't. Isn't there another? It's like, there's another one. It's like Ghost Pepper, and there's another one, like, that's like really far up there. Reaper. Oh, Carolina Reaper. That's what it was. Carolina Reaper, right? And I feel like I've seen stuff that advertise Carolina Reaper, and it's not like blow your head off hot, which it really is, right? I feel like Ghost Pepper's kind of the same thing. Like Ghost Pepper's like not to the same level, but it's like, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich.
Say it again.
If the
pepper isn't first on the ingredient list, it won't be spicy.
Go. Today I'll be using these purple and silver metal dragon dice that were sent in by a viewer. Thanks. Let's get things started with our roll for bread. 2 freezer ends. Today I'll be using up some of this cinnamon swirl bread. Those brown divots throughout the slices are not raisins, just pockets of concentrated cinnamon. Next up,
I remember all in 2014 Ghost Pepper Chili challenges. Yeah, and it was like, you know what I mean? Like people were like borderline dying. But now you can get like ghost pepper nuggets from Popeyes. and it's not even bad. You know what I mean? Like,
let's roll for Maine.
Oh, King is prime.
9 ham. When it comes to ham, I'm definitely more of a salty savory type than a sweet honey ham type. Today I've got a couple slices of Black Forest ham. Next up, let's roll for cheese. 6 steakhouse onion cheddar. Nice, great roll for cheese today. This stuff is fantastic. It's a nice creamy cheddar with inclusions of caramelized onions. It tastes like French onion soup. All right, next up, let's roll for some roughage. 3 shredded lettuce and 4 pickled okra. Nothing wrong with a little shredded lettuce on your sandwich.
Okay.
Adds a little bit of bulk, a little bit of texture, and gives the sauce something to stick to.
Add lettuce to the sandwich, not sandwich to our lettuce.
Nice addition. It's tangy and a little bit spicy. I think a ham and cheese sandwich is always elevated by the addition of something with a little bit of acid, so this will go great. All right, next up, let's hit it with a little chaos.
Uh-oh.
13. That is microwave. All right, so when we're done, I guess we'll be introducing this sandwich to Chef Mike. Last but not least, we have the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 17, Heckler hot sauce. This Heckler original hot sauce is a cayenne pepper-based hot sauce. Not too spicy, perfect for adding a little bit of a punch. Should go all right. Let's go ahead and get our sandwich closed up here. And before we add the toothpicks, since they're made of metal, we're gonna head into our microwave here. I am not really one to microwave sandwiches, so we will see.
Dude, I don't even put most things in the microwave for more than like 30 seconds.
How this goes. Look at that steam.
Dude. Oh no. I feel like that's gonna be like a cancerous bite, dude.
That steam. All right, here's our microwave sandwich. Let's go ahead and get our toothpicks in to hold it together. And it's still quite hot, so before we cut it in half, I'm gonna need to use these tongs to transfer it to my cutting board. And let's go ahead and get it cut in half. It's kind of a little mushy.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that cross section.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Well, our wild magic definitely seems to have messed with the structure of our sandwich. Let's see how it tastes. Yeah, it doesn't taste too bad. It being warm is kind of nice. But man, microwaved lettuce ain't it.
Yeah.
That definitely detracts from this one. The bread ended up pretty mushy, but overall the flavor is still okay. The microwave definitely made this a not as good experience though. Had it just been the ham and the cheese and the bread, I might have gotten off okay on this one. But as it stands, I'm at a 5.5. And I'm gonna call it the Soggy Bottom Boy. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Have a great week.
I feel like we need to have a discussion, right? It can't be me. Right? It can't be me. It can't be me that I fell off and I don't know how to rate sandwiches anymore, right? It can't be me. I feel like we're being too generous. 5 is middle of the road. 7 is good. We just put a sandwich in the microwave and it got over a 5. I can't agree with it. I can't agree with it. I'm
TikTok
sorry.
And beyond, and welcome to Roll
I'm
for
sorry,
Sandwich,
man.
the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm gonna
Wait. If you can hear any random squeaking in this video, it's because my daughter's class pet guinea pig is staying with us. Wait, what?
be using the official Roll for Sandwich dice set, featuring a custom D20 with the Roll for Sandwich logo on the 20 and a ketchup bottle on the 1. Available now on my online store. All right, let's get things started with our Roll for Bread.
Wait, it's got an online store?
1 gingerbread house kit. All right, getting in the holiday spirit today with
Oh no.
this gingerbread cottage kit. These are a little smaller than I expected, but I think this will be enough to make a sandwich. We will put down our base layer, and then we will save these for the end.
Wait,
All right,
did the wall break? Wait, did it break?
All right, getting in the holiday spirit today with this gingerbread cottage kit. These are a little smaller than I expected, but I think this will be enough to make a sandwich. We will put down our base layer, and then we will save these for the end. All right, next up, let's roll for main. 11, roll 2d12. All right, rolling for 2 mains. 1 tuna and 10 salami. Ugh, well, I was not hoping to make a tuna gingerbread house today, but that's what we're doing. The gingerbread is quite dry, so at least it won't get soggy. And we're gonna add some salami on there too, because I said so.
Off to such a
Next
bad
up, let's roll for
start.
cheese. 2 Swiss. Well, apparently our little Christmas sandwich cottage is located in the Alps. Next up, let's roll for some roughage. 2 plum and 9 green onion. Well, if I was going to roll plum on any sandwich, the Christmas cottage sandwich seems to be appropriate. It's not a sugar plum, but close enough. And we're staying on color theme with the green onions to complement our red-skinned plum to give us Christmas-colored vegetation. Now it's time to hit it with a little chaos with the wild magic roll. 15. 15, we've got candy canes.
Nah, this is getting out of control.
Did I say a little chaos? I guess I should have said maximum chaos. This actually isn't the first time I've had candy canes on a sandwich. That happened last year around this time. But it definitely is the first time I'll be eating them with tuna. I can barely contain my excitement. All right, and last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll.
Pack it up. This is already a 0.
12, Coleman's Mint. Hey, Dice, I think we have
Oh, Jesus Christ.
enough mint on the sandwich already.
Oh, no.
Coleman's
This is every mint hater's nightmare. This is my nightmare.
Mint is a savory, vinegary mint sauce made
See what I did there?
for eating with
It's
meat,
like mint sucks.
though typically more like roast lamb, not tuna. All right, and now we need to put our gingerbread roof on. And of course, we need to decorate it. The kit said you could pipe the icing right out of the bag, but that didn't work that great. But at this point, I don't really care. And then we're gonna add these little candies that came with it. And look at that. We have a gingerbread house sandwich. It was essentially already cut in half, but just for good measure to make sure. And I think we'll forego the toothpicks. Let's take a look at that cross-section.
That's got to be top 5, one of the worst ones I've ever seen.
Yeesh. Well, if nothing else, it's a festive one today.
That's a
But I
top
have a
5
feeling
shitter.
It's going to be quite difficult.
That is a top
that
5
gingerbread is
run to the
basically for
bathroom
display
alarm
purposes only.
shitter.
Let's go ahead and give this a taste and see what we've got.
I would actually pull the. I
we
would
go.
actually over that.
Ugh, that's not good.
Poor
A
guy's
lot of
trying to
sugar
hold it
going on.
together. It's
That
falling
gingerbread
apart.
is super dry, super crumbly.
Oh my
Also very hard to
goodness.
bite into. The tuna is dry and very fish tasting, which does not combine well with sugar and mint. Unsurprisingly, it kind of falls flat. If I had to choose between receiving this sandwich on Christmas morning or some socks, I would choose the socks. Oh, man, this is it's just really bad. I will be glad to relegate this one to Christmas past. I think I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 0.5 today, based purely on its
Why even a 0.5?
festive aesthetics. And I'm going to call it the HOA.
Just give it a 0, man.
You deserve these.
Even for the festivities. That.
Hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you again on Wednesday.
Festivities, dude. The festivities that shit was out the window from the start, but
Good afternoon.
that's got to be top 5 worst ones I've ever seen. Good lord. Poor guy.
And welcome to Roll for Sandwich.
Poor guy.
Let fate decide my lunch. Let's go.
I didn't even hear any
Today's
guinea pig
episode of Roll for
squeaks.
Sandwich is sponsored by Lynx.
Wait,
Lynx
another
makes
one.
unique, high-quality TTRPG accessories, and today we're going to be looking at their new Skull and Bone dice. These dice come in 2 different colors and would be perfect for...
Wait, Skull and Bone? Do you mean the quadruple A title game?
For Death Domain Cleric or Necromancer. This dice set includes a D4 all the way up to a D20, just like a normal dice set, but with unique bone shapes. You can snag a set for yourself using the link on my website. Let's get started with our roll for bread.
Okay, that's actually kind of sick, though.
3, wheat bread. Ah, wheat bread, yes, the Daniel Baldwin of bread. Next up, let's roll main. 4, grilled chicken. Okay, I've got some leftover grilled chicken, cut into strips, and put onto our sandwich. Next up, let's roll for cheese. 1, Limburger spread. Limburger
Oh my
is a
god.
very stinky cheese named for the province of Limburg in Belgium. It smells like feet because it's made with the same bacteria that makes your feet smell like feet. Next up, let's roll for roughage.
Listen, this is okay. I don't want to be mean, but this is probably the worst run of sandwiches we've ever. Like, we took a big break because I had a lot of things that were going on. I had like life stuff with the flooding of the apartment. I you see new season, the holidays. I didn't know it had gotten this bad. Like, this has got to be the worst stretch of sandwiches I've ever seen.
2 celery and 3 shredded lettuce. All right, well, we've got some celery. Pretty boring vegetable.
You know it's bad because I've only added like 2 things. I've tried to add like 3 things to the list. The list has not been growing very fast today. That's a bad sign.
Just crunchy. Not going to do a lot to distract from the Limburger, nor will the shredded lettuce. So there's that. Not the best roughage rolls we could have hoped for in this situation. Next up, let's hit it with a little chaos with the wild magic roll. 10 sliced almonds. All right, this isn't a terrible roll. These will add a nice crunch, and them being sliced rather than whole almonds will make it a nice crunch and not too much.
Yeah.
They'll add a little bit of a nutty flavor, but I don't think it'll be enough to help. And last but not least, we've got the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 4, Bad Kitty. I knew this roll would come eventually.
Is that water?
I don't know what you expected, but that's what it is. Let's go ahead and get our sandwich.
How did it get worse? How did we just added water to a sandwich?
Closed up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together.
At least I guess it wasn't sparkling water.
And let's get it snapped in half. There we go. And let's take a look at that cross section.
Jesus Christ.
It's a sandwich. Doesn't look too bad. Well, we rolled very tame ingredients and a gnarly cheese. So let's see how it tastes.
Anything above a 5 is a crime.
Well, I can tell you it's better than I expected it to be.
Uh-oh. It's going to be like
There's
a
enough going
7.
on top of the Limburger where it's not super intense. It's still somehow incredibly dry, even though I sprayed it with 6 squirts of water. The almonds are nice. I think I'm going to try those on a different sandwich. But all in all, I don't really think this sandwich is worth repeating, but it definitely could have been worse.
Well,
I think I'm going to go ahead today and give this one a 4.3, and I'm going to name
Okay, he said it was better than he expected. I thought he was going to go up up to like a 7 at that point, but thank God stayed under a 5.
this one the Smelly Cat. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again on Friday.
Thank God, dude. I thought he was going to go up to a 7 when he started saying that it was pretty good. Very reasonable rating. Okay, I think we've come back down to earth. All right. Whew.
Good afternoon.
One.
Talk and Beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm going to be using these Christmas dice that were sent in by a viewer. Thank you. Let's get started with our roll for bread. 2, Rum Stollen. Stollen is a traditional German Christmas bread full of nuts, dried fruits, sometimes marzipan. And this one, this one is made with Jamaican rum and You can definitely smell it. Now, this isn't really a bread that's traditionally used for sandwiches. It's just eaten on its own for breakfast or a treat, you know. But this is roll for sandwich, so of course we're going to use it to make a sandwich. Last year we did fruitcake, and that didn't work out too well, so I'm hoping that this will be a little bit better. But I guess we will find out.
I'm concerned.
Yay. All right, next up, let's roll for Maine. 8, bologna. Though I have not tried this yet, I can only imagine that the tastes of rum and bologna together will taste like being a divorced dad. Next up, let's roll for cheese. 4, Havarti. I do love me some Havarti, but
What? That was so out of pocket. What the fuck? Like, it actually took me a second to realize. You're kind of right, actually.
Don't really think it's going to be enough to fix this one. But who knows? Maybe I'll be surprised.
You know,
next up, let's roll our roughage.
It doesn't look terrible so far.
3 shredded lettuce and 8 pepperoncini. Man, shredded lettuce has just been
honestly,
dominating
it doesn't look so bad.
Today I'm going to consider that a good thing, as it's not bringing in any clashing flavors.
Relax.
Pepperoncini's a new one for roll for sandwich. These Italian peppers are slightly more spicy than banana peppers. These are pretty common here in the U.S. Sometimes you'll just get them randomly inside of a box of pizza or on an Olive Garden salad. I like them. They've got a nice little bite, but they don't have a lingering heat. They should pair nicely as a counterpoint to the
Listen, I know the bread's sweet. I know there's only so far you can go with the bread.
Today we've got something a little bit different for Wild Magic. We're going to roll on our holiday magic table. Here we go.
Wait, what does that mean?
11, roll 2. All right, let's roll 2. 1, eggnog au jus, and 9, dark chocolate marzipan. Marzipan is a confection made with almond meal, honey, and sugar. It can often be found around the holidays. The one we have today is coated in dark chocolate. It has a very sweet, nutty flavor, but I think it's going to clash pretty heavily.
It looks like it would taste good.
Now I'll tell you right away, I am not a fan of eggnog.
Don't you dare. Wash it down with this, right? Not...
And full disclosure, the eggnog that my wife has in the house is not real eggnog anyway. It's holiday nog. But either way, it's not going to be fun to dip a sandwich into. And I think at this point I got so flustered by our sandwich creation that I blazed right on past the sauce roll and started to prep things for the end. Here's the cut in half. And let's take a look at the cross section. Oh boy. I did remember the sauce roll, though. Let's check that out here. All right, last but not least, sauce roll. 3, sweet Billy Ray's. Yeah, that's right, I said Billy Ray's. It's got Billy Ray Cyrus on it for some reason, but it's still Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Not gonna help this sandwich.
Oh, GG's. Right, oh, GG's. Oh, no. No.
And see how it tastes.
No. How did it get worse? I didn't think it was possible, but it got worse.
That is... very rum forward. Probably the most alcoholic sandwich I've had on the show. There is a lot going on in this one. Each dip is leaving pieces of shredded lettuce in the eggnog, which is gross. I am definitely on the naughty list for this one. Yep, still don't like eggnog.
Dude, please, I'm begging you, stop!
Turns out to have been nothing less than ho-ho horrible. But at least now it's over. Probably no surprise here, but this one gets a 0 from me, and I'm gonna call it How the Nog Stole Christmas.
That's why you gotta be careful and not say things, chat. You're not supposed to say it can't get worse, because it can get worse, man. I gotta learn that myself.
Happy holidays. Good mimic. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I want to wish you and yours a happy holidays from Roll for Sandwich. I'll be taking the rest of the year off to spend with my family. Have a great one.
Man, that one was...
Good afternoon, D.
That was tough, dude. That is tough. That is a tough one.